A very good morning to you all my viewers. I hope your morning is doing well. I hope your day is going well. Well, this morning I want us to go through something brief. Yeah, and of course that is research topics to published works. So we're going to make a step-by-step process from idea to finding relevant sources. Yeah. So as you can see, I've made my stuff in form of slides, and of course, as always, there are 5 slides. So without wasting time, let's go to the first one. So research topics to publish work. This is a step-by-step tutorial or process from idea to finding relevant sources of information. Of course, the first one, if you can see here, our first one is define your research topic. So how do you define your research topic? You clarify the question or the problem you want to investigate. Yeah, that is what we call defining your research topic. Then after, you break it into key concepts or the main keywords. For example, for a topic of impact of climate change on agriculture. So here when you see the concept is climate change, the keyword is on agriculture and what are its effects on the crop yield. Yeah, I hope you get it. Now when we go to our second slide, it is develop a search strategy. If you remember in our previous videos, we talked about search strategy. So identify synonyms and related terms for each concept. So choose search tools. We talked about search tools in my previous videos. Database, for example, Scopus, the Web of Science, the library catalogs, and the Google Scholars. Yeah. And then construct search strings using the Boolean operators. That is the use of an or, truncations, and wildcards. Yeah. Set inclusive stroke exclusion criteria like the date, the language, and of course the peer reviewed. Yeah. And then in our first slide, we locate and evaluate published work. Yeah, you have to locate and evaluate the published work. So search databases with your refined strings. Yeah, the screen results, title and abstract relevant checked, assess quality. Make sure you're getting the good quality. Yeah, not a poor quality. The peer review status, the author credibility. How solid is the source of the information? How much do you know the author and methodology? And then finally, organize findings. Make sure you don't forget to save PDFs. Use folders or the reference manager. For example, a good example of a reference manager is the Mendeley. Yeah. Then in our final slide, I'm going to talk about from sources to your work. How can you now pick it from the sources to your work? Yeah. How should you pick it from the sources to your work? 1, take notes and extract key data and arguments. Yeah. Make sure whenever you're finding information from a certain source, keep notes, keep summarizing so that you get the key data, the argument. Cite properly the APA or the MLA. If you see in my previous videos, we talk about these things, the MLA and the APA. To avoid plagiarism, of course, we talked about plagiarism where we said it's the act of, in summary, it's just copying and pasting something without concrete evidence. Yeah. Some work that is not yours and you present it as your own. Now, the next one is synthesize information to support your research argument. Make sure you find solid points or solid words to support your presentation. And then iterate, refine topic or search if needed. Make sure you get all necessary information about the information needed. And then of course the last one is the outcome, a solid foundation of published literature backing your research. You have to get a solid literature to back your work. So guys, thank you so much for your time. It was nice having you. I wish we could interact more in the comment section. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment.